close with Arn Anderson. We've been friends for many years, 30, I guess probably about 30 years, a little over 30 years. And he's an agent up there, which I was in 2006 for an extended period up there. And, of course, Dean Malenko and Fit Finley and all those guys that are my age and were wrestling when I was, all those guys are good guys. They're not in the limelight now, but they've got one of the hardest jobs in wrestling today, and that's trying to keep the new talent in line and, trying to groom them and teach them. So that's one reason that, Chris Jericho, I saw him not long ago. He was here in Smoky Mountain about 20 years ago. It's where him and Storm came in. And so there's a few guys I keep in touch with. So.
Now, you said, being a road agent in 2006, obviously I believe you were part of the SmackDown brand. What was it like being a road agent, and how did you get in, at that point? How did you become an agent?
Well, actually, I had talked to John Laurinaitis several times, and he'd contacted me, and we conversed back and forth. And a couple times there wasn't a position open. Then when WWE decided to do ECW and bring that brand in under the wing, they needed a couple more agents, and Ted DiBiase and myself were the agents for ECW, and so that's how I got in up there. I was still able to get in the ring with the young guys, and did on days, on TV days, and on shows. Would go in early and get some ring time with the young talent, and I enjoyed that. So it was a good time for me. Even though the ECW matches were a little different than the norm, but it was a good time. CM Punk had just came in, and all those guys from ECW. So it was a good time.
Do you have any kind of experience with Punk, or was it kind of just in passing?
I'm sorry?
Did you have any time one-on-one with CM Punk?
I had several of his matches when he was started. As you know, the agents, they're responsible for the matches. Each agent has a different match on the TV show, the Raw and SmackDown and ECW. And so I had several of his matches there, and he was a good guy then. He was coming in. It was new for him, so nobody wanted to do bad or ruffle any feathers. So everybody was just kind of, what do you want me to do? I'll do it. So I have nothing bad to say about CM Punk.
Now, as far as being an agent, can you kind of go through that? You said that each agent has their match stuff. Can you just kind of briefly explain, what is the process in an agent? Like, where are you getting your information from, and then how are you passing it along to the younger talent?
Oh, well, you have a producer's meeting, television meeting, production meeting, every day at TV. We sit in there and we go over everything on the show, who has what match you have, what they want to do in that show, and then I have to take that talent and then set them down and say, here's what we want, here's what they want, here's what we got to do, and you're basically, laying the match out for them. Of course, you want their input as much because they're not going to learn if they don't have any input. If I'm doing all the thinking for them, they just got to go out there and go through the motions. And a lot different now than when I first started. There was times we weren't in the same locker room. I've stepped in the ring and met the guy for the first time a lot of times. So there was no chance to sit back and have 3 hours to go over a 6-minute match. So, it was different back then. We played off people's emotions, and not so much. All we got was, the end, the finish. The rest we had ad-libbed and played off people's emotions. And so that's that's not really taught now because the matches is laid out, and a lot of times the fans doesn't get a chance to absorb what they're really doing because they've jumped right back up and are doing something else before some nice move or something they did. The people got a chance to really see what that move did or what happened. So it's just totally different. It's all geared for TV. They're selling time, so everything is on a time schedule. So it's just different. I had to bite my tongue a few times up there because there was things that I thought, but it didn't matter what I thought. It's bottom line is what Vince wants. So that's what you had to go with.